And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Corey Sandin, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sandin.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa. We're in the world headquarters of Let's Talk Hookup here right next to the San Diego busy San Diego landings this morning in Point Loma, and we have a couple of great guests. We have a father-son combo today, like one of the ultimate father-son combos in the business. Captain Benny Florentino from Coastal Charters and Matt Florentino from Salty Crew are here. So you stay tuned. This is Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan. Take a closer look at the Ford F-150. You'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job. The 2025 Ford F-150, whether it's gas, hybrid, or the all-electric Lightning, find the truck that will meet your needs. From California's best-selling truck brand, the 2025 Super Duty, the rugged Ford Ranger, and the versatile Ford Maverick, it's time to see Ford in a new light. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealer today to see the great selection across the full truck lineup.
If you're into saltwater fishing, Saturday, November 1st, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. We don't hold back on this one. Spectacular savings on a huge assortment of saltwater tackle. Over 20 tackle manufacturers reps teaching and showing the latest product. Join our free casting contest and show your surface iron casting skill. Amazing seminars by some of top names in the business. A huge raffle benefiting Rollo's kids. It's our biggest sale of the year. Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing. Unbelievable pricing on tackle, clothing, accessories, and more. Saturday, November 1st. The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing. Your top choice in local and long-range fishing. Our hardworking crew will make your fishing experience one to remember. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. Fisherman's Landing is a full-service sport fishing operation offering great half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day trips on the spacious and comfortable 85-foot Liberty. With bunks for your comfort, a huge bait capacity, and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Fisherman's Landing also boasts the best captains and crews in the business, from seasoned veterans to our young future legends. All our open party trips from half-day, full, or 1 to 3 day trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Man, today's going to be such a fun show, having the Florentinos in this morning.
Yeah, they're here.
Yes.
They're here, as you can see on YouTube and Facebook Live. There's two invisible people right here. But they're here. You know, they're just a tiny bit late.
The Facebook and YouTube Live has
there's no cover.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was going to say. Normally, like, if somebody was just running a couple minutes late, which is the case of the boys, they're all here. It's all good. We're going to have a great show for the next 2 hours talking fishing. But we used to just, like, get to BS and talk about how good the fishing was yesterday, which it was for sure. So normal chance we would just talk about all the great bluefin that happened and how the weather came down and the fishing came up. And we would just do that for 10 minutes until everybody settled in. But now when you're tuned into Facebook and YouTube Live, there's two empty microphones sitting there.
but speaking of the fishing, I saw Brandon Nelson in the Fisherman's Landing tackle yesterday afternoon. Limits.
What a run!
30 miles away. On poppers.
What a run!
It was like
been
insane.
It's crazy. Yeah.
The
fishing in general was great. Again, yesterday there was lots of fishing, but boy, Brandon Nelson in particular with his lucky bee, he's crushing.
And he said it's flat calm.
I love it.
Like those guys that were lucky enough to join our Let's Talk Hookup Liberty 2-day trip that's leaving this morning at 10 a.m. Which, by the way, if you want to jump on it, there's still a couple spots left on it.
Grab your gear and go.
Grab your gear and go, because it's flat calm for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
It's looking really, really good, and the fish are biting.
And I don't know if you saw that last trip that came in on the Queen. I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, they had 100 tuna.
with the majority of them being over 100 pounds.
Yeah.
It was wild. I think they had 80 fish over 100 pounds. I mean, just crazy. The fishing was fantastic.
It's mid-October.
Yeah, it's what it's supposed to be, though.
That's
we always
the way
say
it
that.
is.
Like, you know what has been a real challenge this year has been the wind and the weather. It's just been windy and it's been choppy.
Yep.
And October is when it's supposed to be flat, calm, and really nice. And finally, right now, it is. But boy, it's been a challenge. But man, nobody cares about the challenge when it's like it is right now. I can tell you one thing: yesterday was flat, and the fish were biting.
Yes, we like it that way, don't we, Benny?
100%.
Yeah. Good morning, Ben.
Hey,
Benny
good morning, guys.
And your son is on his way.
Yeah, he's driving from Redondo Beach, so he's got a little ways, but he's I think he's just figuring out the parking thing right now.
Oh, okay. He's all good. Yeah, for sure. Well, so coastal charters, you've been fishing?
Fishing a little bit. Yeah. Between trying to get that new Camus set up and then
So
She looks good, man.
So tell us about the new Camus.
So West Coast Marine there that sells the Camus boats and Parker boats. The boat arrived a few weeks ago. I've been kind of posting some videos on the boat as we progress, but
It's been
26.
Fun. It's been really fun following along. You're doing a good job. Like,
wait till this
we
week.
all feel like we're part of the team watching you get it all rigged up. It's been really cool.
Wait till this week when the boat's completed. I think we'll be 100% by Tuesday, and then all we have to do is put some decking on it, and we're going to be ready to roll. But anyways, 26 foot, powered by a 400 Mercury Verado.
400.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
yeah.
dude.
And this new one doesn't have a T-top. It's going to have a custom arch built by Fishing Boats Unlimited there in Costa Mesa. I think we're going to probably do just a hair under 60 miles per hour.
Oh my God, dude.
Without
That's
the
wild.
T-top.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's got all Humminbird electronics, the new Explorer 12s, side imaging, down imaging, chirp radar, 175 kW transducer, Minn Kota Quest Instinct, so it's that auto-deploy trolling motor.
Auto-deploy.
Cool. Yeah.
So you push a button and it goes down.
Push a button on the MFDs or on the fish finders.
Cool.
I can operate everything from there.
Spot lock?
100%. Spot lock, jog, the whole thing. And then that's going to be powered, that trolling motor is going to be powered by 3 Norsk lithium batteries.
Wow.
So
how cool is that?
So otherwise, I think that's about all we need to add to it. On the arch, we're going to have deck lighting, 2 antennas, one for two-way, one for VHF. I went with the black box. I don't know if a lot of boaters out there, to really streamline your radio or your VHF radio, that black box with the command mic where you can take it off and on and stow it as opposed to being out in the elements all the time is really, really good for longevity of having a good VHF radio. And I can't stress the importance of having a good VHF radio and an antenna for communication.
Yeah, for sure. You still have to have it. Cell phones don't work everywhere.
No, unless you have Starlink.
Yeah.
If you have
true.
Starlink, then
coming.
you're in there.
It's coming.
Yeah.
So the 3 Norsk lithium, why 3?
36 volts, so 12 volts each. So we're 36
Now, don't
volt.
they make a 36-volt single battery?
That's what I understand.
Yeah.
So I may go to that single because I'm adding Mega Live 2, which is forward-facing sonar.
Whoa.
So I've got a 16-inch graph that's going to go on the bow.
16
16,
on the bow.
yeah. So as you get older, your eyesight gets bad, right?
Mega Life.
Mega Live,
cool.
Mega Live. So it's forward-facing sonar.
Yeah.
So it's not so much for the shallow stuff that I do a lot of, but it's more for that structure fishing.
Cool.
You can 200 yards out. You can it's basically like a sonar on a boat, right? That just sweeps 180. So you can sweep up to about 100 feet to 200 feet out.
That's awesome.
Wow. So back to the Norsk. So how many amp hour batteries do you put in?
God, I forget the number of it, but it's the 12 volt one. I don't know,
like 110s.
110s, yeah.
like
They're
3 of
standard
them.
110s, yeah.
So you're gonna not have to charge that thing for days.
No, and I've had them on my old boat, and sometimes I don't charge
same batteries.
Same batteries,
Yeah.
up to 3 days. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow. Fantastic. That's pretty awesome. All right, here he is. Matt Florentino from Salty Crew. Good morning. Benny, of course, has this huge social media presence on his Instagram, and so he's filming the arrival of his son. Father-son team here. Welcome, Matt, and such like we were talking about it before the show as we entered the show. Is that the kind of the ultimate father-son fishing team here? So what have you done with this kid, huh, Benny?
I don't know. He kind of got on his own. As I got in this fishing thing, he just kind of drew his own path. Even in from fishing equipment to whatever he does, I just support whatever he does 100%. I think with kids nowadays, as Ricky knows, you just kind of hopefully you guide them in the right direction, and as they decide the path of life, that they make good choices, and sometimes you kind of have to kind of tweak him as he does me.
But he's a calico freak like you, though.
He's just a fishing freak.
Yeah. Good morning, Matt.
Morning.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah,
How's
we're
it going,
talking
guys?
about you in the second term there. It's like, here you are. Yeah. So, yeah, you're kind of a calico and fishing freak.
I mean, when it comes down to how this all got started, it's all his fault.
Yeah,
It's all his
100%.
fault, yeah.
He can say whatever he wants.
Totally.
Yeah.
But no, I just love to fish. Calicos, obviously, that's the forte.
Yeah.
Whether it's from the skiff, kayak, dude, a shore pound, spotties, you name it, green bass, bass centric, that's kind of like the focal point. But obviously, you love catching yellows on the jig, bluefin, the whole gambit of fishing as a whole. Traveling, going to catch redfish, catching snook, all those things. So much fun.
My favorite thing about Matty and his fishing pursuits is that there is zero excuse for not having time to go pursue what you're into. And Matt's like an inspiration to me and everybody. It's so easy to say man, I'm super busy with work. I'm busy with fam. I don't have time to go. Nobody makes time for it. And not letting their other things sacrifice like Matt, meaning king of the chores are done, house is done, kids are fed and put to bed. It's 10 o'clock at night. Every sane person is going to go to sleep. No, I'm going to slide out and go nighttime fish a float tube for 2.5 hours before work comes. You're the man. You'd always make time for your passion.
Yeah, and Rick, I got two boys.
Totally.
Full-time job. Our group text is epic. These boys on the water every day. I live vicariously through it.
Totally.
But also, it's every time you get that good text, just stab in the heart. I'm staring at spreadsheets but I be trying to run the business. But yeah, man, I try to get it in anytime I can.
You do. Yeah, it's the best.
You got to send it.
So what do you think of your dad's new boat?
Oh, epic. Are you kidding me?
We were just talking about all the gear he's put on it.
And I just joke too, is hey dude, just remember, I'm in a 12-foot plastic Hobie, so all these things is amazing and epic, but also I like things simple and what have you too. But no, I'm stoked. I was there last week, with Nick, Kyle, and the guys at West Coast, kind of the first look at the boat, did a little video of him just walking it through, and everything's killer. And I drive by Newport getting lunch. I see that thing, look at that thing.
There it is.
Oh, look at
Dad's rig.
topless sick, okay,
It looks good. And when are you going to actually float it?
I'm hoping next week. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then it'll be available for charter?
Yeah.
You're,
As you know, I'm a bass guy, so we can fish 365 days out of the year, depending on weather.
Sometimes the best time is the winter.
Yeah.
Dude, weather right now. Driving down, I was slick,
Epic.
calm. Wow. This is fall. I haven't seen
We're talking about and biting tuna.
That's what I haven't seen.
It's insane.
Really close.
Yeah, really close.
There was good bluefin foam, 7 miles outside Mission Bay yesterday. Just straight out front.
Biting poppers.
Great.
It's
fun is that, huh?
It's cliche that fall's the best time of the year, but literally this
It
is the
is.
best time of the year to go and get out there.
We caught over 50 bass the other day.
Wow.
So rad.
And a unicorn, so it was epic.
What was the unicorn?
The unicorn.
A striped bass.
A stripe. Oh, I thought you were out at the river or something.
No, in a foot. We were calico fishing in the boilers.
At Clemente?
No, on the beach up in Palos Verdes. Yeah.
And you caught a striper.
Striped bass over 12 and a half pounds.
That is so cool.
On a swim bait.
Did you eat him?
We kept him out of the water for a little while, so he didn't survive. So I asked my client.
They're delicious.
Oh, that's what I. And saltwater, I hear, is the best.
Really?
That was a good looking fish.
Yeah, totally.
He was clean. Everybody goes, well, what about the worms? And I go, I don't know. When I cut him, he was like perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So.
People always say that too. Like the fish that are held in the highest regards for table fare are some of the swordfish and wahoo. Like you don't ever want to be the guy behind the knife. You just want to be the guy that has that beautiful thing set on the plate in front of you. Because some of the most killer fish in the world have all kinds of these. Do it right, prepare it right, cook it right. It's all
just
good.
cook it.
Yeah, and that fish was caught, like I said, in shallow. We were fishing a small rock pile that usually bites like right after the tide. It was like an outgoing tide, and a lot of bait in the water. We caught a few bass in there too. We were fishing shallow over rock piles. So, and I made a cast in there like we've been fishing, and I hooked this thing. I go, S.
Yeah,
I think it's a sea bass or something. And then I saw the tail, like I saw him just blow up in it, right? Just rolled. And I swung and all of a sudden it just went, I go, that's either a really big bass or a sea bass. I was all bummed because I thought he was a sea bass. And then my client Sam goes, that's a big bass. I go, 10. Then I panicked, 10-pounder.
Yeah, right.
First thing I thought was 10-pounder. So I started babying it. And it was on a 200 size. I was a Tranks 200 with 40-pound max quattro. Okay. So it's thin braid and 20-pound fluorocarbon. Ooh. So I was kind of a little sketch, and I was throwing a small 5-inch kicker booty spin. So that's what we've been fishing in that dirty water with the blade. And as he came up, and Sam's like, "Where's the net?" I go, and of course it was a train wreck because the net was buried under everything. Because I don't bring it out on the beach that often. Sure. If I was at Clemente, I'd have it out. But anyways, he runs up and he goes, "It's a striper." I go, "What?"
No.
And I saw it. We just tripped. I go, "All right." He swiped at it like 2 or 3 times and finally got it. And we got on the boat. And I was just like, "It's a striper."
It's a striper. So cool. That's so cool.
Had you ever landed a striper?
I've never caught one before.
Never caught one before.
Let alone saltwater. But you hear about guys, and I'm getting all these messages that, they've been biting up there. I go,
it's all low key.
I've been up here.
Yeah, it's all hush hush. Yeah.
Now Matt wants one.
No, like I've tried to. I mean, I've lurked around some of the Inner Harbor stuff, hearing this, that, or the other. Over the years, I've just never caught one. Like I was telling him, like, Parker River, seen some nice fish caught. My buddy on topwater, and I've traveled, caught white bass. Never caught a striper myself, but I mean that one was a stud. That was like 12-pound fish, nice
saltwater fish,
thick. Like good one. I told him that I was like, dude, I'm so stoked for you, but it might be the wrong 12-pounder, but hey, that's still super sick.
Then you start to wonder, okay, where's this fish coming from? Is this coming all the way from the Sacramento River? Is this coming from where?
Where is it coming from? Up the rivers, because you always hear about them in the Back Bay and all that. There's a good population of them, I guess, back in Los Alamitos, back in the back there.
Yeah, so maybe it's migrating up there.
Yeah, once you start hearing the chatter, like it's up in Marina del Rey. The South Bay beaches have been zones, which like I'll hear on the reports here of guys talking about stripers, and then south, like around Bolsa Chica and down in HB. There's little sectors of those things. They're out there, but they're just
Again, they have fins, so
they can swim.
The old saying, right? Yeah. Find the groceries, find the fish. Yeah. I mean,
be interesting to talk to a biologist that kind of knows stripers a lot. Is like, is that fish truly an anadromous fish, or is that fish living in the salt water all the time?
Right.
That's is that fish, was that fish born in the freshwater and migrated to saltwater? I mean, or do they not have to do that? Who knows?
Right.
Yeah.
But it's nothing I would target because you would spend it'd be like sword fishing, cat fishing all day.
Yeah.
You might get one you may get one you
never know. Yeah. So you of course with AFCO for many, many years, Matt, and now you're a Salty Crew.
Yeah, Pete.
With Jared and Hayden and the boys over there. That's so cool. And hanging out over at up above Fast Lane up there in their world headquarters.
Crow's Nest.
And the Crow's Nest. And so how's it been with Salty Crew?
It's been a lot of fun. Pete.
How can it not be fun with the Lane boys?
It's 100%. And coming from AFCO, I mean 12 just shy of 12 amazing years working with the Shed family.
AFCO, wow.
It's kind of funny too, like something popped, we all had the Facebook memory thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, 2013 to this day, I was in this off.
Yeah.
And this first time on the radio, which I was basically fresh hire at AFCO.
This day?
Correct. How
Come
creepy
on.
is that?
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Wow.
I sent it to Tim last. I was like, dude, how funny is that?
That's
that
cool.
2013, October 19th, I popped in the radio. I was
later.
fresh guy, first marketing hire at AFCO and have you. But really proud of all the work we did there and kind of where the brand's at and what the crew's still doing. But Salty Crew, I started last July. And it's been a lot of fun just kind of seeing, the brand's done so much, and the boy is just getting it started. And at the end of the day, you know, it was a brand founded on just lifestyle and passion.
Yeah.
You know, and they have that right blend of, you know, it's a San Diego company, first and foremost. It's a Southern California company. So between surf, fish, spear, dive, the whole shebang, you know. It's a little different change of pace. Obviously, we're working more so in, say, we're that blend of like sportsman / action sports brand. But it's been a lot of fun, you know, and it's like we have a really tight crew. You know, obviously it's a big brand. It's a pretty popular, but behind the scenes, it's just a really tight crew running the show and making things happen. So
like there's probably way less people behind the scene than you would think for a brand that you see everywhere.
100%. Like I was surprised even when I came in. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you know, it's me and it's Hayden. I got Lauren doing graphic design, and with Jared just running kind of the marketing show. That's cool. Plus e-com digital and all the things. So
yeah, a lot of creative minds there.
A lot of creative minds, and then also just like the product, being able to work with the product team and giving that, you know, that fisherman input direct in the office up in Newport, where Jared and the guys, Dwayne, you know, so instrumental in funneling like the right info, but to be there and work with like Mike and the crew and product and just the things that we want to do. You know, we have this whole moniker now, Gear Matters, which you might see just on the site and what have you. It's when the surf is pumping, the fish are biting, and nothing else matters, it's the gear. You don't want to worry about your gear. So you just walk on and get her done, whether, you know, in trunks and surf and pipe, or you're out here, Dwayne, running offshore, you know, catching bluefin.
The new foul weather gear is so great. We with the bibs and the jacket, we're just such a big fan at the shop. We decided to stop carrying foul weather gear of a soft shell style. You know, and just kind of concentrate, because it takes up a lot of space and it's hard to retail and all these things. We decided to just go to more of a, you know, rubber Grundon whatever, and then Salty came back out with the latest version and like, well, we can't not have that. Like we went right back in, you know, like it's so good.
Yeah, I mean, and that's tested by Dwayne Diego. I mean, you know how hard Dwayne fishes, you know what he does, so it kind of has that seal of approval. And it's been really popular too, that suit. And that's what I got to give away. That's what I'll tell you for the texter and the collar. Cool. We're out of stock of the bibs.
That's not scripted, by the way.
No, 100%. That was like when you said that.
Yeah, I love them.
So I'll have two of the long range jackets, one for a texter, one for a collar.
Cool.
For the prize today.
So one for a texter, one for a collar, the long range bib.
The long range jacket.
Jacket. Okay, the bibs are out of stock.
They'll be back in stock in December, hopefully for Christmas. So.
Yeah, but the jacket.
Correct.
That's a nice piece.
They are like the best blend of a true waterproof, still heavy duty, still deal with all of the fishing stuff you do, but like insanely comfortable to wear. Yeah. Like it's not, you don't feel like you're in a, you know, can't move, can't flex, can't make your cast, whatever. They're just awesome. Light, super lightweight, but still warm and crazy waterproof, full windproof. They're fantastic.
So, yeah.
It's a really nice
So that's
set.
the giveaway today.
Cool.
Absolutely.
10-4.
Well, yeah. That's very nice. Thank you, Salty Crew and Matt.
As you can hear, we've just got an awesome show. So stoked to have Ben and Matt in here. We're going to be talking all kinds of great fishing today, all kinds of fun, talking coastal charters, talking Salty Crew, and more so, just having a great time talking fishing with you. And if you want to join us this morning, we want to hear from you. We are standing by on the fan to take your calls this morning at 833-288-0973. Again, 833-288-0973 is how you reach us on the fan, or send us a text. The text is wide open right now. Already a bunch of killer texts coming through. There's going to be some really good questions today. And if you want to participate, send in a text question to Matt or to Benny. All you got to do is jump on the Let's Talk Hookup app. It's a free download if you don't have it already. It's the easiest way to listen to Let's Talk Hookup. It's the only, well, not the only way, but one of the easiest ways to listen to all the archive shows. All the past shows are posted on there, and you can listen on your drive home at your convenience. And again, it's the only way to send in your text questions today. Make sure when you do, you include your name and contact info. Just a name and a phone number is all we need, because if you win one of those killer long-range jackets from Salty, we want to make sure to get it to you. So, yeah, great opportunity. Your phone calls coming this way. Again, 833-288-0973. And when we come back, we're going to be taking those phone calls, reading those texts. We got catch reports, great info, and more. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California's sport fishing voice, on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Everything about Katmai Lodge is first rate, and it should be on the bucket list of everyone who enjoys fishing. This is Brandon Bono. My visit to Katmai Lodge is an experience I will never forget. Constructed on the banks of the Alagnak River in Katmai National Park, the lodge is a fishing dream come true. The experience is incomparable. Whether bait casting, spin, or fly fishing, you'll find king, sockeye, chum, coho, and pink salmon, plus trout, grayling, char, and dolly varden. Their guides are amazing. Days are exciting and fun with hot lunches and snacks served on the river. The brown bears, bald eagles, beaver, otters, and other wildlife you see is amazing. The lodge staff is great. There's complimentary wine, beer, and appetizers before a fantastic dinner every evening. Take it from me, a trip to Katmai Lodge should be on your list. For information, visit katmai.com or call 1-800-330-0326. Once again, that's Katmai Lodge, KATMAI.com.
Power your boat with Norsk Lithium, the ultimate choice for marine adventures. Our batteries deliver unmatched starting, trolling, and electronics power, packed with cutting-edge technology like Deep Sleep to eliminate phantom draw. Built with rugged BCI-compliant cases, they're designed to handle the toughest conditions on the water. Stay in control with the Norsk Guardian app. Monitor performance, track battery health, and unlock advanced features right from your phone. Charge with confidence using Evotech onboard and DC-to-DC chargers for fast, efficient, and hassle-free power management. Designed for maximum compatibility, these chargers keep your entire system running at peak performance, so you're always ready for the next trip. With a 10 plus 2 year non-prorated warranty, you can trust your batteries to perform for years to come. Our industry-leading warranty ensures you get the most out of your investment. With dedicated customer support if you ever need it. Upgrade your marine power today. Set up your custom system at NorskLithium.com or visit Trolling Motor Doctor in Lakewood. Norsk Lithium. No matter where the adventure takes you, we've got you powered.
Saturday, November 1st is Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Seminars by saltwater experts, huge raffle to benefit Rollo's kids, great deals on tackle, and top tackle manufacturers like AFTCO. Save huge on AFTCO cyclofluorocarbon, clothing, gaffs, tackle bags, fillet knives, belts, harnesses, and more. It's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Saturday, November 1st.
Anyone that's been to the East Cape knows Smokey's Curing Company Cantina, the best food and drink in Los Barriles, and a fun place to hang out and watch your favorite sporting event. If you're lucky, you probably had Smokey's process your fish to take home. Their quality and service is top-notch. You'll see me at Smokey's Cantina hanging out with the owner Chris and my buddies when fishing in the East Cape. And we always send our fish to be processed at Smokey's too. Now Chris has added one of the finest boats in the East Cape available for you to charter for a day or more of fishing. Vaquera. It's an immaculate 35 Cabo with a seakeeper and Captain Diego Romero, one of Baja's best. If you're looking for a great charter boat when fishing at Palmas, Playa, or other resorts, Vaquera, booked at BajaSmokies.com, should be your choice. So, when you're headed to the East Cape, be sure to stop by Smokey's Curing Company Cantina. Send your fish to be processed there and fish aboard the 35 Cabo Vaquera. Check BajaSmokies.com for more details.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. What a fun time it's going to be this morning. Again, if you want to get through, join us on the fun. 833-288-0973 is how you do it.
Yeah, indeed. And, of course, our main man, Jeff Hamby, is standing by at the fan to take your phone calls. And let's go ahead and jump into it.
You got it, man. Why don't we start off with Carlos this morning, who I believe probably from Team No Bananas.
No Bananas, Carlos. Good morning, Carlos.
Reading into the question. What's up, Carlos?
Hey, good morning, Pete, Rick, Ben, and Matt. How are you guys doing?
Hey, doing
great, man.
Great.
Morning.
Now, the
champ.
The champs, yeah, of the Let's Talk Hookup 31st Annual Palmas de Cortez Tournament, man. How was it?
Yeah, hey, I just wanted to thank you guys again for hosting another great trip. It had been a while since my brother Manny and I went down to the East Cape, and we really wanted to go down there, especially to pay tribute to our friends Rich, Deb, and Scott. We miss them dearly, and I think they gave us a little heavenly help in winning the tournament.
No doubt.
That's cool, buddy.
Yeah. And the weather didn't help, but you guys managed to get out there and catch fish every day.
Yeah. I mean, it was really fun, too, because, you know, we hadn't seen our Captain Luis for a long time. And so when he saw us, he goes, hey, you guys got old.
Yeah, how long had it been since you've been to the Palmas tournament?
Gosh, I'm thinking maybe 8 years. I'm not 100% sure. Since I'm getting old, my memory's not as good.
I can relate. I can relate for sure. But of course, Drew had been coming down. Drew and Deb came down every year for many years, and
exactly.
And so but it was nice for you and Manny to come back and honor Deb and Rich and Scott. That was so cool.
And get right back to catching fish.
Get right back to winning the tournament. Yeah. I mean, they didn't just win the tournament; they blew everybody else away, like double the points of everybody else.
I talked to Pete, after the show on the text, the Real Scoop. How's things going? Like, it's going good. Everybody's excited. Everybody's having a real good time. Fishing's good. Fishing's good. It's not great, except for no bananas. They crushed it. They're day one. They're so far in first. I don't know if anybody can even catch them. Day two. It's like, oh yeah, no surprise.
Yeah, but you guys put the time in it. You have your own gear. You've set it up. You're very serious about getting out there and catching fish.
Yeah, we got lucky too, and we have a really great captain in Luis, and the deckhand Luis as well. It's a good crew.
Well, that's fun. Well, congratulations, Carlos.
Yeah, and you know what else? It was impressive was the Palmas de Cortez. How they've put so much into that resort. It is so beautiful, and they've put a lot of new things into the resort. The rooms, the everything about it is just next level now. And did you get a chance to tour the new pickleball center?
Well, we always walk by there, and the thing that impressed me a lot was just the food at the restaurant. We had some really great sushi at that the sushi place near the condo, and they had that new roll there. It's called the Kodakan. Highly recommend that if you guys go down there.
That's awesome.
It was phenomenal.
Okay, that's cool.
Good dope.
And super fun. One thing about it's not just all about going to Smokies, which is the best restaurant in Los Barriles, but
Smokies was great too. We went there as well.
Yeah, and get to see all the sports and stuff. But there's so many other great restaurants in Los Barriles now that you have a lot of choice.
Yeah, we were happy. Oh, and on the morning after the tournament, we celebrated by having French toast with stuffed bananas and peanut butter at Tico's at the hotel.
Nice. Well, that must have been part of your luck then. Well, and Carlos wrote a great article that we're going to be publishing on our website as well as our upcoming newsletter in a couple of weeks. We have one more article on the Searcher to publish here in the next newsletter, and then Carlos's article about the trip and just the whole feel of Palmas and the Team No Bananas spirit will be in the newsletter in a few weeks. So thank you for doing that, Carlos. Some great photos, and we appreciate you guys coming and participating. You coming back for number 32 on October 8th?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Drew got us back on the team, so we're there.
All right. Good. Well, we look forward to it. Yeah, and thanks a lot for the call this morning. Appreciate it.
All right. I had a great.
Hey, Pete, one more thing.
Sure.
I also wanted to thank Peggy and the Top family for donating the prize for the big fish in honor of Rich, and it was really nice to share that with our crew as well and the Luises. So that was nice. Really nice of them.
Yeah, Peggy Top donated $1,000 cash for the big fish Rich, because Rich Top loved to catch big fish, and she donated $1,000 cash, and guess who won?
I would guess
Carlos.
No Bananas. Yeah. Shocker. Yeah, no surprise.
Yeah.
So we got to keep up the tradition, right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, that was nice that you shared it with the crew too. That's cool.
Of course, yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Carlos.
Thanks, Carlos. Appreciate the call this morning.
So I thought this was a fun text to get things started on the fishing side of things. From Stephen Fallbrook says, good morning, guys. Question for the Florentinos. I've never fished an Alabama rig before. I've held a few in different shops, but I've never pulled the trigger. Is it something that you guys fish often? What are the correct conditions to fish it under? There seems to be a lot of variations. Any recommendations? I'd love to try some. Looking for your thoughts.
Well, I know I fish it. It's not one of Matt's favorites.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as far as fielding that question, I'll pass it to Dad. But yeah,
as a tool for guides, it's great for locating fish and for catching numbers. For example, this last year for fishing that sand bass out on the flats, boy, it was tremendous. You can catch numbers for a 4-hour trip. You can catch 80 to 100 bass with an A-rig, catching 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 at a time.
Wow.
3 to 5 pounders. So you wear your guests out pretty quick, but a lot of the conditions are very similar to what we look for. You don't want to really throw it in the kelp, even though some guys do. I like throwing it along, anything shallow to get to bite out of it. But we've also caught a lot of different things too. We've caught halibut, we've caught big calicos, we've caught sea bass, we've caught yellows. So we fish pretty heavy. We're talking 65 to 50 pound leader. And the A-rigs I have are pretty stout. They're anything from lightweight for the inshore stuff, like the Warbaits A-rig, with the blades to something that I get custom made that are just stout, that you would throw on the front side of Clemente or some of the boiler rocks up at Cat and PV.
Do you like blades, no blades, lots of baits, minimal amount? What's
I like them all the same. I like them natural looking because I want them to be a bait ball.
Yeah.
Some guys go crazy. They put all different colors, pinks, purples, oranges. But, hey, whatever it's like any bait, any surface iron. You fish what you feel confident in. I like the bait ball. I think that just draws because and you want to wind it fast. You want to wind it, there's guys that allude to like bait. When bait's in the water, it's happy. It's not afraid of anything. Or you look for bait that's balled up, running around for its life, with them looking back. And that's what I try to run that A-rig a little faster than slow.
I see Matt's opinion of it more often than not. And what it, obviously it's an effective fish catching tool. It works great. It's good at getting bites. What is it that in some people's minds, like, I'm not going to fish that way? Is it the training wheels part of it? Is it that you're not it's just like all of a sudden it's heavy, you know what I mean? Like you're not feeling the bite the same way you would be if it's one-on-one and you're just creeping a bait across the bottom. Like what is it that sometimes gives it the mystique of like, that's not for me, when it's clearly obviously a great tool for getting fish?
No, 100%. And as far as like all these baits are tools, and I'm a total gearhead.
I get it,
for me, like I'm usually targeting, psychotically trying to target bigger fish. That's just my kind of MO, more or less. And it's funny, you think like a 5-wire, whatever rig, you're going to catch big fish. Honestly, I've seen it catches a lot of numbers. It's like you mentioned, it's good for bites. But for me, it's just a lot going on. The only time in all honesty, what I will fish it is for spotties.
Okay.
In the grass, like specifically San Diego, Mission Bay, San Diego Bay, on tops of grass, but I'll fish like a mini rig. It's kind of a more compacted.
How many hooks?
I'll run 3 typically. On the mini, it's a little bit smaller, and try to keep it a little more compact. I'll fish it on like a 7.6, more of a traditional flipping stick, but a little more versatile, a little lighter. Might have as heavy as a 1/2 ounce on the bottom, a couple quarters, 3/8 up top, or what have you, just kind of even it out.
Yeah.
But for me, like, especially the calico deal, I'm usually trying to target a big one, and I've just seen that catches a lot of smaller fish, and this is just my experience.
There's no knock.
And sometimes I just don't feel like rigging 5 heads and screws and things and all that.
Sure.
And then when you cast a couple off, you get a little bummed and get a little PTSD. Like maybe it's not. No, get on that. So.
Boy, you're not kidding. You hang that thing on the hard bottom and break it off. You're not breaking off a lead-headed swim bait. It's
you have to kind of gauge like for me, my guess. It's a lot going on to chuck that thing out there with 5 3/4 ounce heads and baits. You're talking 4.5, 5.
Hard on the shoulders, especially for the soldier.
And the pocketbook. I mean, you don't realize it when you're doing it, but you're chucking $40, $50 out there.
You get it snagged.
You pay for your rig. You put some nice lead heads on, some nice swim baits, some blades. $50 easy to wrap up into a nice A-rig.
100%.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, if you want to get through on the phones, have a chance to win that great Salty Crew jacket. 833-288-0973. Open right now. Jeff Hamby is standing by, and Darren and Menifee he's listening to us on the app from Salem, Oregon, and he says that, hey, Pete, Rick, Ben, Matt, I love plastics for calicos. My go-to is the 5 and 6 inch MC weedless. Are you sponsored by, or what are your go-to plastics? Who are you sponsored by, and what do you go to?
I don't have any affiliation, but our good friend Randy Spicer owns Kicker, and we do fish a lot of that pickle kicks, the 7s and the 5s. I've been fishing, I believe Matt has also, is the booty spins with the blade. That seems to be a trend, especially in dirtier water or when there's a lot of bait fish. I know at Clemente
Describe the booty spin.
So it's basically like at Clemente, we're fishing a 7-inch weedless bait, still on a weighted hook, with about a number 3 blade on the back, and we're just burning it over the surface. In fact, the striper I got the other day was on a 5-inch booty spin with a smaller blade. I think it's a number 1. Is that it? Does that sound about right? Number 1 in baby bass in dirty water. I think that anything that has flash in dirty water, you're going to probably get bites. There was a lot of smaller bait, but I mean, I'm not affiliated other than I support all brands. I fish Corey's bait. I fish everybody's bait. In my business, especially when it comes to plastics, you kind of have to leave your mind open to a lot of different baits because certain baits swim differently than others based on the manufacturer. So
yeah, and on my side, Randy, he used to be my tournament partner, one of my best friends. So I fish a lot of kicker stuff. But that being said, I'm kind of a student of the game. If you look at my box, you'll see fish traps, you'll see big hammers, you'll see MCs, you'll see Mondos, you'll see Cocoa minnows from back east. You'll see all sorts of stuff you might never from Scandinavia. I kind of fish a bunch of different things. Some with big tails, some with small tails. Some are skinny, some are wide. Again, just for having that right profile of bait for the situation. Like Corey's Viejos. That was basically, like John Bierling and his partner. They kind of mimicked that off the Mondo bait, which was Mondo was in the early 2000s was like a slender small tail bait, but that actually was a derivative of the Cocoa minnow from H&H lures from back east.
Wow.
I've kind of studied all that stuff. I'm on eBay. I'm like buying all sorts of things.
Wow.
But that booty spin specifically in the last couple of years, I've really I fished that 5-inch. Last week on my lunch break, I caught a couple, 1.5 pound, 2 pound spotties on that thing. I fished that same bait at the wall for calicos on a 1 ounce or a half ounce. It's super versatile. Yeah. And now with these neck breaker heads, you can get really creative with like the weight you have up front, the hooks you're running and all that, and then have the blade on the back or what have you.
Does the body of the bait move much, or is it just the spinning the blade of the tail? You know what I mean?
That one's
because you're replacing you're replacing the paddle, the tail with a blade. Is that right?
So that's all just subtle vibration on that. So I think that's the thing about that bait is that a traditional paddle tail, you got that vibration and you got a lot of wobble. This the tail is always moving, no matter how fast or slow you're moving it. That blade's always turning. So it's something It's something a little bit different, and then you got flash added.
Yep.
That's awesome. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. We're going to be taking your phone calls, checking in with the catch report, find out what's biting out there. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan. One rod has set the standard for serious saltwater anglers worldwide, and that's CalStar. From the rugged dependability of the West Coast Series, the lightweight strength of the Graphiter, or the performance of the GG Series, all CalStar rods are handmade right here in Southern California of the finest materials and craftsmanship. Check out the new CalStar models now available, as well as upgrades to the classic rods that you know and love. If you want your tackle to be state-of-the-art tools to get the job done right, it's CalStar at fine tackle dealers.
Saturday, November 1st, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. We don't hold back on this one. Spectacular savings on a huge assortment of saltwater tackle. Over 20 tackle manufacturers reps. Join our free casting contest, amazing seminars, a huge raffle benefiting Rollo's kids. Saturday, November 1st.
Lobster season is here, and success starts with the right gear. And no one does it better than Promar. Based in SoCal, Promar's Ambush Series hoop nets and accessories are trusted by the most dedicated lobster fishermen on the coast. If you're a serious lobster fisherman or a beginner, Promar makes the gear and shares the information you need to be successful on the water. Promar, the name behind more lobster limits than any other. Visit PromarIE.com to gear up today.
The fish are biting and it's time to go. Hi, this is Ben, and you will see me at my dad's shop, Dana Landing in Mission Bay, or maybe in front of the shop on my kayak. It doesn't matter if you are out there on a kayak with me, on your boat, headed out on a sport boat. Dana Landing has everything you need. We call it the one-stop shop for a great day on the water, because it truly is. Food, bait, tackle, beverages, and more. Our tackle shop, headed by John, is certainly one of the best. For freshwater tackle, nothing beats East County Bait and Tackle. These guys have the best rods and reels and the hottest lures and live bait. Our newest shop is Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, with a great stock of both fresh and saltwater tackle right in the heart of Lemon Grove. ECBT is at the end of the 67 freeway on Mapleview and Lakeside. Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, 94 to Broadway in Lemon Grove, and Dana Landing is next to the Dana Lawn Tramp in Mission Bay. Check out DanaLanding.com for more details.
The reels that Southern California anglers have been waiting for are here. Shimano is proud to introduce the all-new Talica 40A and 50A reels. The Talica series is Shimano's flagship 2-speed lever drag reel. It sits at the very pinnacle of the offshore world. Shimano has increased the fishability of the larger Talica models by reducing rotational resistance at high drag and improving durability in critical positions within the reel. The all-new Talica 40A and 50A now boast Infinity Drive, which employs 2 drag washers housed on the side of the reel, allowing for an ultra-smooth, powerful drag system, while at the same time increasing winding power under a load by as much as 40%. The new Talica is built around a more compact, cold-forged machine aluminum one-piece frame. Plus, there's also a new higher high gear, built with a Southern California angler in mind. The new Talica 40 and 50A are available now at your local Shimano dealer.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Having a great time here this morning talking fishing with the boys. If you want to get through to join us, 833-288-0973 is how you do it. Have an opportunity to win a Salty Crew jacket, just an awesome offshore foul weather jacket.
Yeah.
One of our lucky callers and texters.
Yeah, caller or texter. And there's a line open right now at 833-288-0973. Jeff standing by. All right, I have this. If you're looking at us on YouTube and Facebook, I have this rod in my hand. It's a CalStar. It's brand new, right, Rick? It's a CalStar GG270 8-foot. And you know more about this rod. Chris from CalStar dropped it off. He's on the New Luan right now fishing with Adam, and I'm sure they're having a killer trip. But he dropped this off. He said, I want you to give this away.
So this is a very cool project, and this kind of started on Let's Talk Hookup with Mark Wish. When we had the first round of everybody freaking out that the sardines were going to be gone forever and we were never going to see a sardine ever again because they'd all disappeared off the face of the earth, and we had our month of anchovy. By the way, sardine back boxes full.
Oh, yeah.
We don't even talk about it anymore because it's so not a thing. But when that was a thing, all of a sudden everybody started looking back to anchovy rods. And Mark Wish made a comment on the show, hey, Chris, man, I sure would love to see something expanded in the GG line, because it's kind of perfect. The material in a GG rod has small bait written all over it. It's
graphite and glass.
It's graphite and glass, but it's a higher percentage of glass than it is graphite, so you get that softer, spongier, really help keep the hook inside the bait when you're making a cast, but you still have graphite, which makes the rods lighter and it gives it better lift, so it's kind of the perfect blend between the two. Probably the most popular rod in the lineup is the GG 270 8-foot heavy. It's one of the most classic CalStars, been around for a long time, but it's a little bit on the stouter side. It's a 25, 30-pound rod, and with chove and lighter weight, they went to the drawing board to kind of build the perfect rod to slot into that lighter line, cast a small bait category, and they went through a bunch of prototypes. It was really fun to get to be the smallest part of it. When they would come down, they'd bring 2 or 3 or 4 variations of what would be the same rod. Like they would, they all said GG 278 foot version 1, 2, 3, 4, and everybody would pull on them and put their input back and forth. And eventually they settled on what they feel, and I agree, is the perfect spot
for
the
awesome.
GG 270 8-foot regular. So it's an 8-foot rod.
Awesome rod. You can fish 25 on it. 30 if you want, 20 if you want.
I'd say it's a 20-pound perfect rod. Yeah, it's a perfect 20-pound rod. You could fish 15, you could fish 25. Power. If you wanted a 25 or 30-pound rod, they already make the best one, the 278-foot heavy. This is a little bit lighter. This thing, Trinidad 14.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Some 40-pound Power Pro, a little piece of 20-pound Gold Seaguar. You have the ultimate anchovy chucker.
Yeah. So this rod is going up for grabs next Saturday.
Hey.
So that's why I wanted to promo. It's Chris dropped it off, and so somebody's going to win this, a caller or a texter, next Saturday on Let's Talk Hookup. It's going to be Rick and Wayne. Wayne will be back from Japan, and Rick and Wayne are going to be doing the show next Saturday. I'll be up in Montana. Maybe I'll give you a trout report from
the other thing that I'll mention that I love, and that's another Chris Yamada influence, is traditionally all 8-foot CalStars like that all came with a traditional deckhand style grip.
Right.
This rod is Tackle Specialties Hypalon, the best Hypalon in the world, the foam grip, and a reel seat. And the reason is because there's so many good new school, lightweight, smaller reels that don't have a good clamp option. Mm-hmm. So if you made that rod with a graphite reel set, you kind of eliminate some of the really nice low-profile reels that exist out there, Tranks 300, Tranks 400, all that cool stuff like that. So they built this one in a non-unique fashion, putting the reel seat and Hypalon on it, so you can adapt whatever your favorite light line small bait reel is.
Yeah, and it's available now at tackle stores.
I guess so. I didn't know yet.
He just dropped it off the other day.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
They're just there.
The last time we saw it was still in the
this
prototype
was like number
phase,
one off the
I walked in into
I'm sure
the
they
studio this morning. He's like, how did you get this?
Yeah.
Like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
It's cool.
So
will they be on sale at the sale on
Better
November
believe
1st?
it, buddy. Yeah, you better believe. As long as they're around, which they are now, and I'm hyped on it. Perfect.
Yeah. Are you going to be at Tackle Day, Benny?
I'll be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Are you going to be there, Ben?
I'll be there. Yeah.
Matt, yeah? You're going to be at the Salty Crew booth?
Be a Salty Crew. We have
Yeah.
a new little game that I'm rolling out.
Oh, no kidding. How cool. And what about you, Benny? What
I'll be at Shimano.
Oh, you're going to be at the
Yeah.
Shimano booth.
So-
Okay. With Matt and the boys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be fun.
Salty's a big part of Tackle Day this year, a bigger part than ever before. They're actually the sponsors of our seminar stage. It's the Salty Crew. You know, Salty Crew's presenting all the seminars. And
Okay.
I think we have maybe one of our best lineups of seminars we ever had, and it's doing a big part to Salty Crew and their commitment to the Tackle Day and everything. But we have Frank Lopresti kicking us off.
Doing a seminar?
Yep.
Okay.
And we've got the whole crew of guys from Two Fish Jigs. They're going to be doing like a jig Q&A. We got Steve Carson from Penn. We got Bill Varney doing a surf fishing seminar. We've got some really, really good stuff, and it's all sponsored by Salty. So
that'll
we're pretty
be cool.
hyped. Yeah.
And then Bill Varney is going to be on, of course, Saturday, Tackle Day. We're going to be here in the world headquarters with Bob Hoos from Costa. And then Sunday, Bill Varney will be in the studio with us. So that'll be fun. And then next Sunday, Doug Kern will be here to talk all about Tackle Day.
Totally.
That'll be fun. But hey, let's find out what's biting.
You got it, bro. It's time for the Catch Report. Today, it's sponsored by Gamakatsu. Hey, if you like to fish for tuna and you're not using Gamakatsu hooks, you are leaving bites on the table. Their 720 HD assist hook is the perfect for your nighttime jigging options. And for live bait fishing, nothing beats the Nautilus Circle Hook. They come in sizes as small as a number 4 and up to a 6.0, and for big fish, the Nautilus HD is the perfect choice. It's tough enough for your big fish, but not such an oversized wire that it drags your bait down. You can see it at your local dealer or check gamakatsu.com. We got the man on the line right now. Captain Brian Woolley of Dana War Sport Fishing's on the line. What's up, Woolley?
Hey, what's up? Good morning, guys. Good
Morning.
stuff this morning. Good morning. Ben, nice fish, man. Saw that Instagram clip. I was stoked for you, bro.
Same.
Thanks, Woolley.
Good stuff, man.
You catch many
Very
of those
cool.
on
And
your
hey-
boat?
No, never. Yeah. Very cool.
Have you ever
Good
caught
stuff,
one on
man.
your
Well,
boat?
Somebody has. I've never seen
You've
it.
never
in my
caught one, yeah.
Almost
It's
30
the
years on that
unicorn,
boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That has to happen for you. You know, you can't make that one happen.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah. Also, that 270 GG 8-foot what? I got to go get me.
Woolley, this thing has your name written all over it. Because it's perfect. Because you can cast a small bait up into the kelp line. You could catch a 12-inch calico bass all day long, and then when you hook a yellow that was in the kelp line, you've got the balls to deal with it. It's perfect. It's got your name written all over it.
Yeah, it says on the label, it says GG 270 8C.
Mm-hmm.
What's for casting?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right.
So non-spinning configuration.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
The dash S
Cool.
would be the
Well,
same
I'm gonna
thing with
order
big
some
guides
up.
on it. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Good. Well, hey, real quick, easy report for us. A little weather blip at the beginning of the week, obviously, to kind of chew things up for a day or two along the coast. Water was a little off as things kind of settled out. The half-day guys did see some bass action. More or less, that stuff was all kind of on the sinker setups this week. Carolina rigs with like a half-ounce, 3/8 ounce sinker. Fish good. Guys had to kind of dial back their approaches. Some strip baits as the water, kind of was a little off. So some strip mackerel, some strip squid. Those guys did okay on some sand bass, some calico bass. Anglers with the shrimp did well on the sheephead. And there was some bass caught on the live baits as well later in the week. We had sardine at the beginning of the week and then anchovy delivery a couple days ago. So that kind of filtered in a little bit more bass action with that smaller bait for those half-day guys. Still a few halibut here and there as well, but the guys wanting to go a little bit heavier sinker and soak a bait down near the bottom. Our 3/4 day guys right now have really been on the rockfish program. Deep on the 14, man, continue to be the best zone. Good conditions on the days with, obviously without that weather, made fishing that 600 to 800 feet totally doable with 16-ounce sinkers. So solid quality on the Chili's, Bankies, and some of that other mixed fish that we see out there. And then the guys choosing to fish the jigs have continued to see excellent results too. 250 to maybe 400-gram jigs have been the best bet. And I'm telling you, well over half the time these guys are getting stopped on the way to the bottom, with these jigs. There's fish spread through that water column. I think that, when you're dropping a heavy bait, I think maybe it just moves a little too fast. It doesn't have that flutter that these slow pitch jig guys have as they send these jigs to the bottom. The guys are getting bit 200 feet, 250 off the bottom on just some nice quality chilies and stuff like that. So fun way to fish. Again, I don't want to sound like a broken record every week, but if, guys are looking to add a new element to their deep water rockfish game, that's certainly a solid way to do it. And then over at Clemente, the Fury has worked hard to keep that quality yellowtail in their counts. That means up late making bait and then parlaying that into a solid morning bite has kind of been the deal. So day to day for sure. Some days they've been on it really good. Other days it's been kind of picky. But that yellow has been like anywhere from like 18 to 30 pounds, depending on, what part of a school you can get on. And it's just been solid fish that they've been working over. And then in the kelp, that kelp bass fishing has been biting a little bit as well for them. And then, of course, the filler, whitefish, sheephead, rockfish have been in the mix for them also on that stuff. So solid fall report for the week, I would say, considering that we had a couple days of the week chopped off at the beginning because of the weather. But if you look at the weather for the coming week here, looks pretty mild, not a lot of wind, and I think we'll be sending those jigs to the bottom on the 14 as best we can on those days we're able to fish that rockfish, and just another week of that water settling and things kind of getting back to normal on the half day should perk that stuff up as well this week. So if you guys want to hop on a trip, give us a call here, 949-496-5794. Of course, you can hit us on the web as well at danawharf.com.
Yeah, and who knows? Bring along some popper rods because you might have some bluefin swimming by.
Yeah, how was that, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hey, thanks, Willie. Appreciate that. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Willie. Hey, when we come back, we got another full hour Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls, more catch reports, and more. You stay tuned. We got the boys, the Florentinos in the house. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, this is Captain Benny Florentino, owner-operator of Coastal Charters. Just want to announce that I'll be running the Camus 26 hybrid boat from West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa. Hybrid being a center console with bay boat features. The boat features a Michael Peters stepped hull that'll give both myself and my guests a comfortable, dry ride. West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa will be carrying the 26 hybrid, 28 hybrid, and also a 34 cat. Heck, they even have some great-looking bass boats. But if you have any other questions, feel free to call Nick Kelly or Kyle Mesa at West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa, and we'll see you on the water.
Take it from Captain Benny Florentino. West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa is your source for Camus boats, as well as Parker boats, Yamaha outboards, and now Mercury outboards. Sales and service, the finest you can find. Go see Nick and the guys at West Coast Marine on Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa, or check westcoastmarine.com.
3 kayaks, 6 surfboards, 10 rods, and 1 truck bound for Baja. That's where my brother and I's most recent quest into the Baja Peninsula began, in search of waves, fish, and fun. We are able to transport all the kayaks, rods, and boards without straps due to the easy transportation of the Hobie iTrack inflatable kayaks. We brought a tandem and 2 singles, the I-9 and 11, and they were totally enough to get all 6 of the boys onto some of the best halibut and grouper fishing of their lives. Now, you might be thinking, 3 kayaks? I thought a tandem and 2 singles would only be able to fit 4 people. Well, a simple lawn chair on the back of the kayak was enough to turn the 2 single kayaks into tandems. Catching upwards of 100 fish a day in the mangroves, ranging from 15-pound grouper to tons of legal halibut, we had our fill and headed back to the States. Check out the full video of this trip on our YouTube channel, Fastlane SC, or come by our shop in Mission Bay and check out a Hobie inflatable kayak. See you soon.
Hello, this is Captain Mike Totter from Searcher Sport Fishing. Alongside my colleague, Chef Josh Evans, and our dedicated team, we invite you to join us aboard the Searcher. Our fishing trips range from 1.5 to 8 days, available May through November, and include charter options. We're committed to upholding a legacy of top-notch customer service, delicious food, and a friendly and talented crew. Book your fishing adventure online at searchersportfishing.com or call Rachel at 619-226-2403. That's searchersportfishing.com. We look look forward to welcoming you aboard.
Saturday, November 1st, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. And it's our largest sale ever. Plenty of seminars by saltwater experts and over 20 reps from tackle manufacturers like Fishworks, Owner, Phoenix, Okuma, and Yozuri. Don't miss all the great seminars, the huge raffle to benefit Rollo's kids, the popular casting contest, and of course, the huge sale. For the best ever tackle bargains, check out Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing, November 1st.